What up, everybody? It is Brian with another Dinner and a Show on the Road review, and this time I finally got to watch Baby Driver, the latest Edgar Wright movie, and it's an original. It's not part of previous movies like the Simon Pegg trilogy, like Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, and that world, and nothing like that at all. This one is new, and man, I always forget the dude's name that does Baby, who plays Baby, but he's in Divergent and Fault in Our Stars, so he's pretty well known. Anyway, great movie. Really was really excited about the movie. Looking forward to it for months, and finally got to see it. So yes. So, story, guy named Baby. He's a getaway driver for Kevin Spacey. He is pretty much the leader of, kind of a crime heist organization, very big up top. And Baby owes him a favor, or a bunch of favors from years ago, so he's been his getaway driver for that long. And he helps his accomplices like Jamie Foxx, who is named Bats, and John Hamm, and several others as they do some heists. And so after, I think, one heist, Kevin Spacey's like, hey, you're done. Or not you're done, so you're straight. Key word, you're straight. And Baby thinks that he is done. So, and while he's towards the end of his heists, he meets a beautiful girl at a diner named Deborah, who is played by Lily Evans. And they immediately kick it off. They really like each other, and through circumstance, they they happen to meet during towards the end of one of his heists. He wants to leave with her and get out of town, so that just leave the criminal world behind him. But Kevin Spacey's like, nope, I got another job for you. Because he was straight, that doesn't mean he was done. But this time, Baby has a plan to try and get out of it. But can he? And is that safe? Will he be able to get out? So, anyway, so the story kind of continues that way. And Baby has a hearing issue. He has a hum in the drum, as they say. He had an accident when he was a kid, and so his ears keep ringing, and so he uses music to drown it out. Now, with that being said, this movie has a killer soundtrack. I really enjoyed the soundtrack. It was fantastic. Lionel Richie and several others are on there. A few arrangements, I think, by people that they hired to sing for the movie. All of the action is choreographed to the all the action is choreographed to the music. There you go. And so it worked out really well. So it sounds phenomenal. If you love car sounds, then you're gonna love this. All of the car action sequences they look very genuine. They look really nice and fancy. There's this one scene where they're in the alleyway. He's like dodging a car that's backing up, plus a long trailer, like spinning backwards and then riding itself over and just getting back on the road. It's freaking fantastic. It was really nice. Edgar Wright's a very smart player, smart filmmaker. He makes his characters smart. They use special kinds of glasses to keep their faces blocked from video cameras. They have, different cars, different meetups, just all this different stuff to keep from being caught. So I liked that. Do they screw up sometimes? Yes, because Baby wants out. So it's not really the people that are on the heist's fault. It is the fault of Baby that things just go awry. Which is what Baby doesn't care. He wants to get out. Thinking what else was there. Everything was like terrifically edited. There's a deaf guy in there, and the way they did the subtitles was actually pretty nice. The font wasn't weird or anything like that, and it was big enough for anybody to read it. So it was nice. It wasn't at the bottom of the screen like you would think, but it was on the side next to the characters as they were talking. So that was interesting. Yeah, sound definitely has a very important part of the film. All of the music is diegetic. It's not like soundtrack music per se. All of the music is what we're hearing in Baby's iPod in his earbuds. And yeah, so it'll come in and out depending on if he has it in his ears or not. There's hardly any like soundtrack music per se. It's mostly the songs that you hear from Baby's music. All of the performances are great. I especially enjoyed Jamie Foxx, who was just a crazy old coot. Great. Kevin Spacey was intimidating. He acts as sort of a intimidating father figure to Baby. It's a very interesting relationship that they have, because Baby knows that he can kill, Kevin Spacey can kill him whenever he wants, but he doesn't, and there's still some feeling of affection towards him, just as a father figure to him. So it's a very interesting relationship that they have. Lily Evans did a really good job too. I mean, she, was very much in love with Baby, and this is really cool to see how they and how she worked with Baby and the chemistry between them. It was really good. And Deborah, wasn't a damsel in distress per se. I mean, true, she was just getting thrown into a world that she was not familiar with. But you know what? She adapted quickly and did as much as she could while she was learning what was going on. And yeah, and I think the movie was pretty much full throttle all the way through. The pace was really good throughout. I don't think there was a bored bone in my body. The movie was high octane, just full of energy, and just all guns a-blazing, pedal to the metal. I'm using all these car puns going. It was just, it was a ton of fun. I definitely enjoyed the movie. I would definitely go again. The editing style is really good because they also deal with just the music. The editing matches the music. Sorry, my parking is awful. And so the editing matched the music a lot. Really good in that aspect. Man, colors were great. Lighting was great. I mean, I'm giving this. I can definitely see this being a secret handshake movie. Easily one of the year's best films. And I'm not saying it just because everyone else is saying it. I'm just saying it because I really enjoyed this movie. This is a movie. I usually don't watch movies a second time, but I might watch this a second time. I mean, there are plenty of other movies to see. Like Spider-Man's coming out next week, so I'm probably going to watch that. But anyway, it's great. I really like this movie. I will buy this when it comes out. So yeah, that's all I got. Hope you guys watch it, because it is fantastic. Edgar Wright is a genius, and he's a director that I will want to watch more of his movies very soon. It's getting late, so I'm going to head back to bed. So, this is Brian, and until next time, I will see you at the movies.